manner. When the ministry of culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. They hide the corruption inside the cup, look how we evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clouds. Then you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Baratons too, cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You hiding corruption inside the cup, look how we evil set up. The people fed up.
Yeah, my name is Jasity Kaldata Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my ex next to the cup, and what they are doing today I can't take it, so I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.
Oh, Jesus Christ, if cost of living double, I don't know what happened. A pound of sugar is $300 already. Flour, everything gone up. Everything just raising. You gotta get about $40,000 for buy good ration. You gotta get 3 man now. A weekend man, a monthly man, and a fortnight man.
Sit there and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jurong?
Su? Oh, Su? My relationship? Nothing. He's a tenant in my...
Persons can do so peacefully, and they can, but blocking the road for hours is something that
Mr. Ali, I saw you blocking road. Yes, Mr. Ali.
I'm just telling
Mr.
you.
Ali, there are videos with you protesting, you being a scrape and a tug. Mr. Ali, this is not, listen, sometimes we gotta put our position aside.
No, this is not position.
No, we gotta put our position aside and place ourselves into people's shoes. You gotta understand, even those persons who were traveling, yes, they were inconvenienced, but they understood the reason. They understood the reason. We understand the inconvenience.
So it's in the rice price.
The rice price, something to do, like I'm talking to you, man, somebody. Then I talk to you, I come and tell you nothing. And you come out, people every week, okay.
That's what the police do. The police got me. The police got me. The police got me. The police got me. Are you guilty, man? Are you doing this, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you fucking doing, man? Are you doing this?
That is saying 7 feet 6 inches, 5 feet 5 inches. If you look at it, right? That's saying 5'5". They're saying 7'6". They're saying 8 feet. So for 8 feet is reasonable depth for a pool. So you would have to go in and check in the pool, right?
Good night. My name is Mark Benshop. Welcome to Straight Up. And if you're now joining us wherever you are, welcome. This is 107.1 FM. We broadcast from Guyana and stream around the world wherever you are, whether you're in Barbados and Nelson Street right now, whether you're in Port of Spain, somewhere over in Frederick Street, and those famous streets, sorry. If you're in Antigua, good night to all of you. Well, we know Rhonda Lane is listening to us. She's all the way in Antigua, which is good. Sometimes you deserve, folks, you work hard, you deserve a nice vacation, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, or whatever. And speaking of vacation, those of you who are vacationing in the United States of America, I've noticed that the U.S. Embassy issued a release saying that, hey, do not overstay your time. If you're given a U.S. visa, utilize it accordingly. All right, so guess what's happening? Uh, Sometime in just maybe a few minutes or so, we'll have the mother of Adriana Younge, and we have some other relatives who are scheduled to be on um, via phone, mind you. And so thank you all for sharing the link wherever you are, Collie Allen, and the entire crew right here on 107.1 FM and at Cummings. And if I don't call your names, just don't get upset. Understand that I just don't want to call your name. All right. And Court and others. And we just don't do that here. We do not disrespect you guys. And we love calling your names, mind you. And now we were told that there's a lane, a Mistress Lane, not Rhonda Lane, but another lane, celebrated her birth anniversary yesterday, and we missed it. Her son and her daughter-in-law actually wanted to send out, so I asked them politely whether this is best by request. Anyways, Mistress Lane, happy birthday belatedly to you. How many of you guys remember Best by Request? So how many of you guys even know that? Best by Request. If you know what Best by Request was, that particular, whatever it was, you guys will tell me, then I'll know that you are old school. You're really, really old school. Best by Request with Pancho Carew, right? I give you guys away. Vanessa Stewart and all of you, we notice Tom Anderson is in the audience, front row seat. Good night to Tom Anderson, Paula Jeffers, and Sylvia Allen, the entire crew. So, what is it that we can talk about? Endorsements. This has got to be an endorsement season. Every day there's some sort of endorsement. What is adding up, only God knows. In case you guys haven't heard as yet, we heard that one of the VPs, because Guyana doesn't have a title as what we see, Barrett Jack Davis misusing it, and people are identifying him as the Vice President of Guyana, which is not so. Barrett Jagdeo is not the Vice President of Guyana. The Constitution doesn't have the Vice President of Guyana. They have several vice presidents, of which he is the second or maybe third vice president. But the first vice president of Guyana ought to be the Prime Minister of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. Whoever that person is, I don't even know. We might as well ask Sir Brian, that is the father of Adriana Younge. We might as well ask him to become a vice president, become a prime minister of Guyana, because Adriana Younge's father and mother, her parents, seem to have more sense than a lot of those, maybe all of those Pacus in the PPP cabinet. All right, enough said of that. Good night again to all of you as we begin to rock and roll right here on 107.1 FM. The mother of Adriana Younge, we want to talk to her. We want to ask her some questions. We want to see what's going on with her. We want to see what's happening with her family. We want to talk a little bit about the bullying, because as you know, there are some folks who are attached to the PPP regime. They're bullying this family. Every single day we see it. They are bullying this family. It has a lot to do with race, of course. And I don't know why these PPP thugs are targeting this family. Every day. I don't know, like the bad eye. They're looking at GoFundMe as though the GoFundMe belongs to them, these PPP crappos. And some of these PPP crappos obviously have mental issues. We can see it. They are totally heartless. And so, because you, members of the public, you gave a little donation, and I hope it goes, the donation that you guys have made, that it goes into the hands of the parents, because they are the ones who should be receiving the donations. And if anybody is collecting monies on behalf of the family, at least they should let the family know. That is what this is about. It will stop all of the whatever problems they probably out there, fake individuals. And now this particular there is a questionable GoFundMe out there, and it says Adriana Younge for legal fees and help the family expenses, raising $50,000. Now, I don't know how much of that $50,000, but the family or family members want to speak out on this here, and they are speaking out now, and rightly so. Some may ask, why now? Why didn't you nip it in the bud early o'clock? Have your lawyer? Well, I'm thankful, I'm glad that they finally have a competent lawyer. Finally have a competent lawyer. And so at least these things should have been addressed early o'clock. I don't know why they were not addressed early o'clock, so that members of the public would know that there is only one, and a legitimate GoFundMe account. You cannot have several GoFundMe accounts by individuals, and I'm told that some of these individuals never consulted with the family. And now, who would do such a thing? How could someone create a GoFundMe page and not consult with family members to say that this is what they're going to be doing? And now, when you do these sort of things, you open yourself or yourselves for criticism, and it makes it appear that everything is just going helter-skelter as it pertains to funds to the family. Hence, there will be allegations and so forth. And so the parents, and while they are concerned, because nobody in their right mind would point a finger. No one in their right mind will point a finger to the family, the parents, and say that they have done something wrong. These people didn't set themselves out there to get rich. They didn't. There are people out there who are assisting, who want to assist, and they have been assisting. And I'm glad that some of those persons who have assisted, their assistance have gone into the hands, the right hands, into the hands of the parents. And the parents are thankful for that. And so for these PPP vagabonds to go out on social media in an attempt to bully this family, to make it look as though that they are just basically out to grab whatever, that is not the case. This family is not about that. And only heartless individuals. And these heartless individuals are coming directly on their PPP pages. And so we can assume that they are PPP, heartless vagabonds. We see them, we know what they're about. However, the sad thing is, why is it that even the Ethnic Relations Commission cannot address those individuals who are bullying this young woman and her young husband? They are a young couple seeking justice. That's all they're seeking, justice for their family. And here's another question that I want to ask. Why would, if somebody out there, let us say if who usually gives something in this audience? If Esme Lamy gives something to the family, or Ravel Harry, if they give something to this young family, whether it's $10, whether it's $20, whether it's $50 or $100, why the heck these corrupt PPP vagabonds, these heartless PPP vagabonds, why should that be of any concern to those vagabonds in the PPP regime? Why is that any of their business? It is not taxpayers' money being given to them. It is people's hard-earned money. It is not taxpayers' money given to them and like what has happened and what is happening with the PPP and giving away taxpayers' monies to their friends and families. That is what's going on. And so we just got a message from our operator. Yeah, I just got a message from our operator. We're waiting to connect it with the mother of Adriana Younge. And the funeral, mind you, the funeral should be, today's the 11th, it should be sometime later, maybe in another week or so time. I don't know the exact date, and therefore I don't want to give my mouth that liberty to speak on that. So I just do not want to give my mouth that liberty to speak on that. So we are still awaiting the connection to the mother, and we want to hear about the bullying. That's what we want to hear about, the bullying of this family. And those of you, let me just say this from now on, if you see somebody bullying this family, and we know of one individual, I can't even remember that individual's name, but they share the same last name of Irfan Ali, probably spelled differently. So you've got to go on the internet and just go straight to that person and put those heartless comments to rest. You've got to increase the battle. You cannot have the wicked, demonic folks in the PPP regime bully this family and nothing is being done. Now, I'm not saying nothing is being done. I know some of you are fighting back, but you've got to fight back more against those vagabonds. All of those vagabonds, you've got to fight back against them, because understand, they can't win you in this battle. So fight them back. Don't let them bully this this family here. All right. As I have said earlier, GoFundMe. There are some questionable GoFundMes or GoFundMe or whatever. Some questionable ones, and like I've said, the matter of these questionable GoFundMe should have been addressed and put to rest. Early o'clock, put these things to rest. Because like everything else, if you give donations, you gotta, people can't just give money and then the parents don't know, the parents don't receive, and then it causes problems. That's exactly what happens. It causes problems, and not just minor problems. It causes lots and lots of problems. That's what happens. Here's what I want to do at this time. I probably try to connect to a family member of Adriana Younge while we await maybe we could understand the mother, how she's feeling at this time. But let's get to a family member of Adriana Younge. Good night to you, ma'am. How are you?
I'm very good.
Yep. All right. If we can, what is your take as I've been addressing the issue of some fake GoFundMe page or pages and folks collecting money on behalf of this family, and basically a lot of those money have not reached into the hands of the parents of Adriana Younge. What's happening, please, from a family standpoint?
Okay. A lot of people collecting money on the parents' behalf. And I must say this to them. If you're going to collect money on the parents' behalf and you're not turning it over to them, then what is the purpose? That means you doing something that is illegal. That's one. People set this up. A woman set up a full GoFundMe page. I don't know how much money she collects, but it has to stop. They cannot go around. And I'm speaking to everybody that collect money on their behalf. I'm speaking to everyone that collect money on their behalf. Please, I'm begging you to turn it over. This is a death of a child. She didn't ask nobody to kill her child. They go ahead on their own and they did that. So she have that pain to deal with, and she have all the other bullying and every other thing that goes along with it. So I'm asking them, can they stop it?
Before we get to the bullying, and thank you for addressing this particular issue. I have seen a couple of maybe 2 or 3 or so GoFundMe pages. There is one by an Angela. How do you address? And that Angela is spelled with 2 N's, ANNGELA. Is this a legitimate GoFundMe page or not?
No, it's not. That Angela is a fraud, a full fraud. I don't even know who's that Angela. Where did she come out from? She just using this to her advantage to make some money. But I'm letting her know now, she and all the other rest, whatever money they collect, if they know what is good for them, they will turn it over nicely to the parents.
And so this GoFundMe page has been up for quite a few weeks. We're not going to get into that. It should have been addressed in the beginning. But all of these fake GoFundMe pages on behalf of Adriana Younge, especially since the parents have not been notified. How is the mother feeling, especially when she's being bullied and some heartless creatures out there are attempting to say that they're trying to make money off of her own daughter's demise? How do you respond to that?
I'm going to say this. First thing, let me say this. She didn't ask them to kill her child. Let's establish that she and her 3 children and her husband was living a comfortable life. It was comfortable enough for them. This was a family of 5. They decide to break the chain and took one off. So whatever they need to get it together. Remember, she didn't ask for this. She did not ask for this. So the bullying and the who collecting money, and I'm speaking in general, whoever, I'm putting a wide window, whoever is collecting money on their behalf, they need to stop. On whoever is bullying them, they need to stop it as well. Because if it was on the other foot, it would be a different situation. The ERC or the ERA, whatever is the ethnic relation, people in Guyana, they would have come at people. So guess what? You see how what goes for one goes for the rest. If you could get to this body for the wrongdoings and the next person, how it is that these people going through this grief for almost 2 months and it's not ending. Lay her to rest. You can't tell somebody when to lay the child to rest. This is this woman. If she want to keep her till next year, that's her prerogative. Nobody can tell her to do that. Nobody at all can tell her to do this. So they need to stop with the bullying. They need to cease and desist from the nonsense. And the nonsense is enough now. We had enough of it. Totally enough.
I agree with you. Enough is enough. And I assume that you guys will be taking legal measures, in order to stop GoFundMe, the company.
The GoFundMe, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how many of these fake GoFundMe pages have you guys counted?
Well, for right now, I could only say about one.
And this is the one with
Bright Angela. I can only speak of her.
Yeah. So
with Angela.
As far as you're aware,
I think she get ahead with this because a family member named Angela, so she using that to her advantage, to her disposal, but she needs to stop.
So the family member that has the same name is spelled one N, but this Angela is spelled two N's, A-N-N.
Yes, yes.
And so this person,
Angela with a whole difference.
Yeah. So this person, this A-N-N, Angela, the family has not been contacted. So you guys, the parents of Adriana Younge, do not know who this person is, correct?
No, nobody knows who's that person.
Okay. So interesting. And I'm glad that you guys are bringing it out publicly, because there has been some sad stories that folks have claimed that they made monetary contributions towards this family, and the family obviously, they're surprised when some people say, hey, well, we give you X or we give you Y, and that is really, really sad. Let's address the fact that your little cousin Adriana Younge, there's no proper investigation. There's the autopsy reports are still up with some red flags on it. How are they feeling at this time, the family?
Okay. Let's first address the independent part of this. They claim that these Dr. whoever and Dr. this body came independently to the family. How do you come independently to a family and you don't sit with them, you don't brief them on anything, you don't say, well, this is what we find, this is what we didn't find, we need to do this. I guess nobody knows the meaning of independent. Not the lawyer, well, not the second lawyer, the first one, not him, not the government of Guyana. Nobody don't know what is the meaning of independence. They seem to use a lot of words that it doesn't know the meaning of. And we need to start getting some dictionary and place it places so they could understand. This is this woman, as I said, this is this woman's child. This is not a dog she picked up by the street. She gave birth to her. She carried her for 9 months. And you come in her face and all the lies and the deception, it has to stop.
So this medical examiner, the pathologist from Delaware, Dr. Gary L. Collins, the public was actually of the impression that was he was an independent person gone on behalf of the family.
No, he was not. No, he did. No, he. Okay. Let me say this here now. If somebody's coming to me independently, they cannot stop you and give you my information before they give it to me. I bring them independently, so they have to speak to me first before they execute any other thing to anybody else. If I understand what is independent, that is what that's supposed to mean. The family bring you there as you claim. No, the family didn't bring him there. The family didn't they didn't call him on the phone and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. Darren Wade is the person who get in contact with whoever is who friend, whoever, whatever. And that is how he get to Guyana. He get to Guyana under a whole lot of false pretense. A lot, but I'm not going to get into that. But a lot of false pretense. And he know, I know, and the man above know. So guess what? They need to start putting pen to paper and let's get it right. Let's get it right.
So this pathologist
it's gonna take a turn that nobody's gonna like.
So this pathologist was supposed to be the family's pathologist, but the family did they have like sorry, go ahead.
They didn't have no say in anything. They didn't have any say in anything. Every piece of paper that, well, whatever paperwork, he didn't give anything to the family as yet. Soon it's 2 months. And he didn't give any piece of paper, nothing, not a piece of newspaper, not a piece of toilet paper, not a piece of paper towel. He gave them nothing. So they have nothing to work with.
And so who paid for this guy's airfare, his hotel? Who paid for him? Do you know?
It's either the government or Darren Wade. But if it's Darren Wade, he has to say where he get the money from.
Interesting.
And if it's the government, then they didn't come independent for the family because the doctor government paid him. So it's nothing independent about that. He worked for a salary. So guess what? Darren Wade didn't pay him the salary he got. The government did. So if you're working for me, I have to pay. So he worked for the government.
So the family had no input in terms of whoever paid for this?
No, they did not. They didn't want him. No, they didn't have a say. They wanted the man from Trinidad.
Interesting. Interesting indeed. I noticed earlier there's a listener by the name of Desiree Simon who earlier said, and we go back to this GoFundMe situation, and it should have been corrected early in this game. But Desiree Simons is saying that she thinks that she got conned, and she's asking what is the name of the correct GoFundMe. What's the correct name on the Go? If this one here is a fraud with Angela spelled 2 N's, ANN is a fraud. And I see there's a comment from Angela here on this screenshot. It says, no, really, but people with kind heart always do kind things, but ask them the one that is it, whatever it is. It's all jumbo. So
yeah, that's the fraud. That is the fraud, Angela.
Which one is the correct one?
Okay, let me say this. They had a GoFundMe. Hold on. They had a GoFundMe before, and because of all the problem that the GoFundMe was having, it closed down. It's supposed to be now they have the stuff with the Zelle, and you send the money directly to Amicia, either Western Union or MoneyGram. I don't know if they put the GoFundMe back together because all the fraudulent activities was going on, so it was closed down. The last I remember. I'm not going to say if it came up back because this one just arrived. So then if it was up, it would have to come down again because you can't have 3-4 GoFundMe for the same thing.
I notice, and thank you so much for that. I notice Laura Batson, and Laura, I'll just take a quick 30 seconds because you're a fighter. You brought everything live, and the entire world saw your job. The entire world. Laura Batson celebrated her birth anniversary yesterday. Even under the circumstances, we'll say belated birthday greetings to you, Laura, and thank you for all that you have done from the start of this sad situation with this murdered little girl, Adriana Younge. Now, Laura Batson is saying no one in the picture on your screen, meaning on this screen here, not a single one was requested by the family ever. None of them.
Exactly.
The family requested is from. Okay. So I got what Laura is saying, and which confirms what you have said earlier, is that the family never requested any of these. And so since the family didn't request them, and Laura confirmed, then on whose behalf? Who actually brought this guy from Delaware and claimed that he is there to represent the interest of the family when the family had nothing to do with this? I don't know. Thank you so much, Laura. Lots and lots of questions. We're told that
the government and Darren,
we're told that donations paid for this guy, the chief medical examiner from Delaware, Dr. Gary L. Collins. Are you aware that donations, and the family is aware? Is the family aware that donations?
So is it the government donation? Because I don't know. Did the government donate? Because it had to be them. Okay, the donation, so the donation pay his salary too? Because he get a salary, you know.
Something is
So
definitely
did
fishy.
the donation pay his salary? Very fishy. Did the donation pay his salary? Because his salary was a big amount. So did the donation pay his salary?
All right, maybe at some point in time, Darren Wade should come forward and let the public know exactly what transpired, who paid this guy,
Exactly.
what donation, who brought him, and we need to hear that. The family is saying that they never asked, they never requested, they wanted the pathologist from Trinidad and Tobago. That's all.
From Trinidad, that they gave the guy to the loop.
Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. I appreciate it. Unless there's something else you wish to say about this situation before you go that we didn't address, go right ahead.
All I'm asking them to stop with the patriotic remark, stop bullying the woman, stop saying vile things to her, because this is somebody else's child and this is Adriana's mother. Would you like this in the return for yourself? As I said, she didn't ask nobody to do what they did to her child, but it is done. So guess what? Give her all the sympathy and the support that she needs.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Looks as though we lost that individual there. We just want to thank her so much for her time. And now you guys understand. Now you guys understand what's happening. And the family, they're not too pleased. All they want to do is to ensure that this little girl, Adriana Younge, thus far the family and friends and supporters, they have not gotten any justice. They are still seeking justice for Adriana Younge. And the government of Guyana is doing everything to stop them from getting justice. Irfan Ali now has a hands-off approach. He wants nothing to do with the family. There is no support. There is no protection. There is no counseling. There is absolutely nothing. And look, I just want to insert a little politics into this. This is not, forget about the Pakus who are endorsing and talking crap. Forget about the Pakus. When you go out and vote, you got to think before you put your X next to whichever political party. But you cannot put your X next to a political party that is so vindictive, that is so heartless, like the PPP regime. You've got to be careful who you vote for. That's all I wish to say. You've got to be careful who you vote for. All right, so let's get on to another relative of Adriana Younge, who's on the line with us. Good night, ma'am. How are you?
Good night. I'm fine. How are you?
Good, thank you. First of all, let me just say thank you for hopping on the line. I know we understand that we just got a text message that the mother is in tears at this moment. The bullying by PPP vagabonds must stop. So if Adriana Younge's mom is watching right now, we want you to know that we are with you. We are with you. There are hundreds of thousands of people are with you and your family. So talk to us a little bit about, let's start with the bullying.
Okay. To be honest with you, I don't even know where to start, but I'm going to say this. And I'm going to direct my question to the president of Guyana, Barra Jagbio, Ifan Halley, and Anil Nandalal. They're seeing everybody else. They're seeing Baby Skello. They're seeing Nurse King, right? But they're not seeing Jennifer Halley. And I honestly and really and truly would like to know, why aren't they seeing Jennifer Ali? Because what Jennifer Ali is doing to Amici and to Brian and the Young family, this is a form of grief bullying. This is torment. This is harassment. And she is a very slanderous individual. But in a nutshell, this is cyberbullying, plain and straight. And nothing has been done. Now, every day, let me just talk about today only. We're on the phone. While we're on the phone, it's like constant message, hitting. I mean, it's your phone. With all kind of a name, this thing, I don't call her a thing, because that's what this person is. Addressing this child in such a manner, I cannot, it's gruesome as the crime that was committed on this child. And nobody in Guyana, nobody doing anything. Had the shoes went on the other foot, people in Guyana come out and say, what y'all doing is bullying. You and Aaron, nobody from the Indo-Guyanese coming out and saying anything to Jennifer Ali. I really want to know what's going on in Guyana. The world is watching this. This little country is on the map on global stage. The world is watching, just as the fastest growing economy in the world that they are. Everybody is watching. But how much more can a mother bear? They're coming after this woman. They're coming after Sir Brian. Or for money that they collected. Did this woman ask anybody for murder, child? No, this woman asked anybody to murder her child. I gotta look and see how much money she collect and what she didn't collect. It's wrong. Does that tell you about the president? But I'm gonna say this in closing. I blame all of this on Darren Wade. Because this family put their confidence and their trust in him as an attorney. They give him that name, the family lawyer. Just what Judas did to Jesus Christ. He stabbed them in the back. He betrayed them. Betrayed their trust. Friends, let me correct, his friend, Colin, body, brought in. Do what? Hide evidence. Die. And the truth had come out. His son would have been where he belonged, and all the others. Cousin Stefan, grandmother, everybody else who involved. Because of he failed to defend the family correctly, all of this is coming out. It's coming out. God is watching. God has the last and the final say in all of this. It's supposed to come on your show. I mean, this woman cannot bear, like, how much more you gonna bear? People calling your child all kind of name, calling her thing, you know, but sacrifice. Let me, if you don't mind, let me quickly go into one of it. That she sent me. Let me see if I have it here. breakthroughs, the funeral of the drowned king, September 1st, because they need more hype money. Is this beast for real?
Let me ask you a question as we go back into the pathologist. Earlier relative did say that the pathologist, none of the pathologists came as a request by the family. But yet we were of the impression, the public were of the impression that the chief medical examiner of the state of Delaware, Dr. Gary L. Collins, was brought in by the family.
And who could verify that? That's a lie from the pit of hell. I'm a family and I'm telling you, that's a lie from the pit of hell. Darren Webb also further went on to say that money that brought in the pathologist is from money given to him from the family donation. You will get amnesia once you see her head is settled from all of this bullying that she has been going through today from Jennifer Ali, and you will hear it directly from her and Sir Brian Mouth. Darren Wade brought in Collins on his own. Darren Wade brought in Collins on his own. The family never requested Collins. There were two pathologists were requested to Darren Wade, and he chose to go to his body. You know his body gonna cover up for him. Because his body, ask where his body's at right now, in hiding, scared.
And when you say his body, who are you referring to?
I'm referring to Collins.
Dr. Gary L. Collins.
To conduct the autopsy on Adriana.
So did he?
Adriana mom still yet to receive the autopsy report. They haven't received that as yet.
Yeah, that was going to be the question. So he never had any discussion with the family in detail about the autopsy? Nothing?
Nope. In fact, he get upset. Getting upset when the family asking for the autopsy report.
Why is he getting upset, you think? I mean, he was supposedly sent there, and according to information, donation that was meant to be for the family was taken and given to this doctor for his accommodation and his airfare.
Let me correct you. No donation that was given to the family was ever sent or paid for any airfare or anything pertaining to Collins, period. At no time, no donation that was given to the family was ever given to Darren Wade to bring in a pathologist that the family never requested in the first place.
Do you know whether this pathologist had a proper meeting with the family when he got to Guyana?
No, he did not. He had a meeting with Darren Wade, and then Darren Wade told him that the police officers would like to meet him. The police officers that threatened the pathologist. This pathologist were hiding secret and covering up for Darren Wade instead of protecting his certificate. And mind you, these are words from the pathologist. Spoke with me.
So when you spoke with a pathologist and asked for pertinent information about this autopsy, if you wish to share that with us, what exactly did the pathologist, Gary L. Collins, Dr. Gary L. Collins, say in regards to that?
Actually, because it's an ongoing investigation, I cannot share everything.
Sure.
Verbatim, word for word that he said. However, I'm going to share what I can. And that is when his number was given to me by Amicia, Adriana's mom. When I contacted the office because the number that was given to me was the office number. When I contacted the office number, I spoke with the secretary, who already apparently was waiting for my call, but she was so scared. And when she told me, oh, he's going to call you back, but please look out for a call from his direct number. So he did call me back, but he called me with a private phone. So I asked him, why are you blocking your phone number to contact me? He was so scared. He said, very, very scared. And he said to me that he cannot talk to me at his office, and went on to say to me, please don't come to the office. So I was saying to him, did I ever say to you, I'm coming to your office? Because I got scared now that he just come out like, please don't come to the office. So I'm saying to myself, will this man lie on me? Let me put the mother on the phone. I said, can you hold? Let me put the mother on the parents on the phone. I put the mother on the phone. It's like this man, I ain't see his background, but it's like his ghost he talking to. This man began to shout out my name like in fear, fearful for his life. He don't want to talk to the mother, Adriana. He want to talk to me. So as she was asking him question, and it's like he's scared, he's not answering her question. He's calling out my name. Can I please talk to you? Can I please talk to you? Please, please, please. I want to talk to you. Can I talk to you alone? Can I talk to you alone? The mother gave me consent to go ahead and talk to him without her being on the phone. So she hung up the phone, and then, we began to talk. As I began to ask him questions. But in a nutshell, he's fearful for his life. He asked me to give him, he told me he's going to call me back. He did call me back in the afternoon when he got off from work with his private number, with his cell phone number, and told me that that's his cell phone number. Let me store it. He had wanted to meet me somewhere. I told him I'm not going to do that. Because no more than you do the autopsy for this people's child. Asking you for an answer, you need to answer their question. No matter how small it is, all they're asking is, can we please have a copy of the autopsy report? We have yet to receive a copy of the autopsy report. And the mother went on to tell him directly, I was there. I saw you took the cotton wool out of my child's nose.
What did he say?
He don't want to. He's screaming for me. He don't even know me. He's screaming for me. He want to talk to me. He did not answer any of her questions. He want to talk to me. He talked to me. Some of it he want to begin to tell me all different type of fraud. And telling me that when a person drowned, let us bleed through their nose. So I made reference to the man that had drowned in London. I made reference to that. I said how he wasn't bleeding through his nostrils.
So
this is wrong.
So no report. The doctor supposedly is fearful at this time. Maybe he doesn't want his bosses to know that he went to another country to conduct.
He said that too.
Oh, really?
He said that too. He just took 2 days off. His workplace had nothing to do with it. They didn't even know he was in Guyana. So he don't want his work. He don't want the mother to please bring in the workplace or come to his workplace. He was so adamant that he don't want nobody come to his workplace. I don't know who tell him they're coming to his workplace. So he said he's going to be off within, let me give him 10 days to 2 weeks, and he's going to get back to me. But however, he's going to make a call, and then he's going to get back to me. When he make his call, he get back to me, feeling kind of little. He got somebody boost him. Well, there's somebody, let me be frank, Darren Wade boost him because he called Darren Wade. Because he was in shock at first that the family did not receive a copy of the report.
So why 1 second. Why was he shocked?
Because he said he gave the report to Darren Wade, and Darren Wade supposed to give, and he gave another report to the government, the Guyana government. So I asked the question, why you give the report to the government? Is the government child died?
So according to what
he was only doing what he was instructed.
So according to you, this doctor Gary L. Collins, said to you that he gave a copy of the full report, that is, to Darren Wade?
Yes.
Interesting. There are lots of questions that Darren Wade, if he wishes equal time, we offer that here for him to clear the air and respond to these serious allegations that are leveled against him. Let me ask you, how did this guy get to Guyana? Since the family never knew, never heard of him, but the family wanted the pathologist from Trinidad and Tobago. How this guy got to Guyana to claim to representing the family?
Well, I'm going to only tell you what I can tell you. And this is verbatim, word for word, from the mouth of Dr. Collins, the pathologist who conducted the autopsy on Adriana Younge. Said to me, when I asked the question, because that was one of the questions the mother had wanted to know, and she told me to ask that question. So when I asked that question, he said to me, Darren Wade paid his passage. Darren Wade paid for him to go to the hotel, and Darren Wade look after everything else for him. And he also said where the money came from, but I cannot say that at this moment.
Got you. And I respect.
I saw Mr. Todd and I let him know.
I respect that. So you have informed the now lawyer for the family, Dr. Dexter Todd, as to what the claims made. Yep. So this guy was forced upon the family, from what we're hearing, by Darren Wade.
Correct, because there were two pathologists that were requested to Darren Wade, and he refused them both. One was from Trinidad, and I cannot remember where the other one was from. The family never wanted Collins. Collins and Darren Wade is two buddies who went to school together at UWI.
So, if that's the case, why do you suppose the family didn't object from the beginning and say to Darren Wade, no, you guys do not want this pathologist?
They did. They did.
And what happened?
At that moment, Darren Wade was making it seem as that this pathologist was supposed to come in because this pathologist was a part of the government requested for him to come in. That was a lie from the pit of hell. It was only two pathologists the Guyana government requested, not this third pathologist, which is Collins. Collins is a very close friend of Darren Wade. And when I say very close, very close.
Thanks for that. Very close at 3 minutes after 10 o'clock. What's happening with regards to, and let me just say that Darren Wade will be given equal time if he chooses to come and respond to these serious allegations that are leveled against him. Ma'am, what's the situation with the burial? We know that the parents are back, the parents of Adriana Younge. They're back in Guyana. They have to be confronted with being bullied by PPP thugs and all manner of horrible things. But they are more with her and her family than those who are against her. What's the arrangement for the funeral, please, if any? So
she would be laid to rest on 22nd. But the mother is concerned of supporters who are coming from Georgetown to come across the bridge and speedboat, because when Adriana was supposed to be laid to rest, there were trucks, loads of trucks of police officers waiting to collect and stop persons with bikes and stuff who were going across the bridge to go to the funeral, to attend the funeral of Adriana Younge. Speedboat was stopped. It was so much was going on. So that's our concern.
You know, this is really sad. I did speak with a mother earlier, and she did say she is just totally out of it, and I understand. And I felt a little, concerned about even asking her to speak, and that is why I stayed away over the past few weeks, and even when she was in New York City, I wanted the family to get their space and did whatever I could behind the scene, whatever little that is. And so I understand, and let me say to members of our audience that the mother will be on, maybe just not tonight. We understand how she's feeling. How is she? How is the family?
Let me interject for a minute.
Sorry, go ahead.
This cyberbullying really, Mark, this cyberbullying really takes effect on her. She was so happy. She want to come on your show. She want to thank everyone in New York City who have attended the service, everyone who helped her. She want to thank you. She want to thank everyone. But it is so hard on her. Just imagine you're trying to bury a child. You're trying to focus on, she's still trying to cope. A lot of persons may see Sir Brian laughing and smiling some days and thinking that, oh, they're happy. You got to be in to know. You cannot be outside of a house to know which part of the house is leaking inside. You got to be in the house to know where it's leaking. She is like, today what happened with Jennifer Ali and what she saw is like if it's today the incident with Adriana occurred. And nobody's standing up and doing anything about this in Guyana.
I know they were, and thank you so much for that. I know they were in the US. They weren't here to go to oldies or whatever. And I know there are scores of people who prayed for them, who hugged them, shook their hands, tried to make them feel comfortable under the circumstances. There were some PPP thugs who were saying, oh, look at this, skinning the teeth. Oh, look, these people are heartless people, and they've been ruthless against this young family, the parents and other family members of Adriana Younge. Folks in the audience, you guys have to stand up and protect and defend this family. They need you right now. But how would you describe their visit to New York?
How about we leave that one for I'll put it to my cousin Sir Brian to answer.
Gotcha.
When he gets on your show.
Got you. And I respect that. I understand that. I respect that. There's so much that can be said. Only God knows how this family is feeling. And I hope folks can read between the lines. Lots of advantages, but I'd rather not get into that at this point. I think Tony Hack said it, summed it up. Tony Hack said, real paper. Real paper. All right, guys. Let me just quickly go ahead.
Mark, before you go.
Sure.
Sorry, before you go.
That's okay.
I believe, and not only my belief, let me don't go with my belief. Let me take that back. Let me go with what was said to me by the mother. I'm going to put it in a nutshell. I'm not going to say directly what was said to the mother, but they were misinformed from the beginning upon their arrival in New York City. They were misinformed. And at this moment, that's wrong. Because if you're going to help me, you help me from your heart. Don't help me and bleed me. Don't help me and take from me. Because this family needs a lot of money. All the donation that comes in, it's all going back out. This family were happy before. And no person, no parent will be happy for receiving money, but you don't have your child. Money cannot buy life. Money cannot buy happiness. But I'll leave that for the parent to speak on that.
At some time when it's appropriate indeed. Lots and lots of heartbreaking stories. I can just imagine, ma'am. I can just imagine. I can just
But on
imagine.
behalf of the Young family, I would like to say thank you very much to everyone who have contributed, who have helped in whatever way, shape, or form. I just would like to say thank you so much for your prayers, for what you have done for the Young family. Thank you so much. And Amicia and Sabran will be on the show to thank everyone, for themselves.
And she did say that earlier, that she is thankful to all of you out there. This is a family that's very appreciative of what you guys have been doing, whether it doesn't have to be monetary, the prayers, the hugs, the handshakes, and all these things in Brooklyn and other places, wherever they go, even at the airport, even on the plane, even back in Guyana and so forth. It's a young family. They deserve the support, they deserve the prayers, and they deserve justice. They do not deserve to be conned by individuals, people who should or pretend as though they care about this family from the beginning. I rather pause there for a moment. But let me just take this time out to thank you so much, though, ma'am, for being on tonight as well, and your other relative who was on earlier. Thank you so much for setting the record straight, and it's been a mouthful. But before we go, how do you address this fake GoFundMe page by some Angela spelt with 2 N's?
Thank you for reminding me about that. I am Angela, and I'm Sabrian's cousin. But there's a woman named Angela, her name spells with 2 N, is going around and conning persons pretending to be Sabrian's cousin. The family does not know her. No one knows her, who she be. And she set up a fake GoFundMe that she have been collecting money under Adriana's name. I will report her tomorrow. The mother and the father will be on the phone with me, and we will report her. And all those who have been collecting money, let me send this message out there to everyone who have been collecting money under the Adriana Younge name. If they don't make that money go direct in the hands of the parents, they will be dealt with by the law. And that's guaranteed. Because no one does know who this Angela with this 2M is. We saw her face. She have been asking for money. She have been collecting money. I believe over $50,000. Nobody knows who this Angela is.
Thank you so much for your time. Lots of people saying that the GoFundMe should be reported. I'm sure you will deal with that tomorrow as well. And
yes,
it should be dealt with. And shame on those vagabonds who are doing those sort of things. A little girl died, and if you get $1, surrender the $1 to the little girl's family, because they also have bills to take care of. They're not buying fancy cars or bicycle or motorbikes or whatever. They're not happy about this. So let me just show you guys a video of the father, and you can understand how they are feeling. Had it not been for you guys, folks like Desiree and folks like all of you out there, every single one of you, Cheryl and Winston and Paula and Tony and Heather, every single one of you out there are the reason why the family remain as strong as they are. Who feels it knows it. And we cannot sit by and allow those vagabonds from the PBP to bully this family. It cannot happen. It should not happen, and it ought to stop. Enough is enough. Take a listen to what this father had to endure on the night he found his daughter's body.
That's what the police do. The police got me. The police got me. The police got me. The police got me. Are you guilty, man? Are you know this, man? Are you know this? Are you know it? Are you fucking know it, man? Are you know this? I am not! I am not! I am not! I am not! I am not!
And the other thing is, folks, the owner of the hotel seems to be on a campaign to paint himself as though he's some sort of victim. He was supposed to appear on some Paku Pat show or whatever. I don't even call it a show, with some Paku to talk about what only God knows, right? What the family needs is justice. And what the hotel owner they're attempting to do is to make themselves victims, when in fact they're not victims. This matter could have been resolved if they had done the right thing. Allow the police in, allow the parents and some close relatives in to search the pool and to search the place. That was not done. And so the owner can go to hell. All of them at that hotel could go to hell in trying to paint themselves as though they're victims now. Give me a goddamn break. Justice for Adriana Younge. I'm not sure if the relative is still on the line, but ma'am, thank you so much for your time. And thank you so much for the information. I'm sure there will be more information follow-up. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you for having me. You're welcome.
All right. And to all of you, wherever you are, a mouthful, right? Much more. Lots and lots more. And now let me say this. Serious allegations leveled against Darren Wade, the guy who was set to be the family lawyer from the beginning. The families of the view that he screwed things up from the beginning, and they're thankful for Dexter Todd. Now, serious allegations, mind you, allegations leveled against Darren Wade. He's free to come here to respond to those allegations at any point in time. Again, serious allegations. But what the family want, what the parents want, family members and friends and all of you, thousands of you, wherever you are, and in the case of people watching worldwide, I would say millions of people are familiar with this case. They also want justice, except Irfan Ali, except the Commissioner of Police, except ERC, and except some vagabonds in the PPP regime and their friends. My name is Mark Benchap. I'll be back again tomorrow, same place, same time, right here on 107.1 FM. Sometimes, there's a quote, I believe, in the Bible that says, and who the cap fit wears it out there, whether you're trained or you're not trained in your profession as a lawyer. The heart is so deceitful, who shall know it? I'm out of here, guys. To the parents of Adriana Younge, stay strong. They are more with you than those who are against you. Don't let the little, some Pakus and peanut brains individuals try to torment you. It's not going to work. There are scores of people who will defend this Adriana Younge's family. And they're prepared to defend them on social media. God bless you all.
That's what the police do. The police guilty. The police guilty. The police guilty. The police guilty. Are you guilty, man? Are you doing this, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you fucking doing, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it?
Persons can do so peacefully, and they can, but blocking the road for hours is something that
Mr. Ali, I saw you blocking road. Yes, Mr. Ali.
I'm just telling
Mr.
you.
Ali, there are videos with you protesting, you being a scrape and a thug. Mr. Ali, this is not, listen, sometimes we gotta put our position aside.
No, this is not position.
No, we gotta put our position aside and place ourselves into people's shoes. You gotta understand, even those persons who were traveling, yes, they were inconvenienced, but they understood the reason. They understood the reason. We understand the inconvenience.
We checked this pool this morning. What? We checked this pool this morning. This young lady was not in this pool. This girl was not in this pool. This girl was not in this pool. She was not in here. We checked in this pool. The girl was not in there this morning when we come here. We went in this place. This girl was not in here. The girl was not in there, boy. What the fuck? They put this girl in this pool, boy. The fucking girl went in there. We went in there just now, boy. What the fuck, boy? That's why they didn't want nobody come in the place. They didn't want nobody come in the place. What? What? That girl was not in the pool. We was here since 7:40 this morning. That girl was not in the pool at 7:40. She was not in the pool at 7:40. What the girl knee has scrape up. Watch how this girl is. The girl knee scrape up. Clearly shows.
Persons can do so peacefully, and they can, but blocking the road for hours is something that affects
Mr.
all the
Ali,
citizens.
I saw you blocking road. Yes, Mr. Ali.
I'm just telling
Mr.
you.
Ali, there are videos with you protesting, you being a scrape and a tug. Mr. Ali, this is not, listen, sometimes we gotta put our position aside.
No, this is not position.
No, we gotta put our position aside and place ourselves into people's shoes. You gotta understand, even those persons who were traveling, yes, they were inconvenienced, but they understood the reason. They understood the reason. We understand the inconvenience.
Yeah, my name is Jasnity Caldata Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my ex next to the cop, and what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.